There's actually a tweet that we have about this, just confirming that they did walk it back. So basically, after a backlash, police backed down within 4 hours of the request by Victoria Police being approved. The unprecedented restrictions were wound back, instead allowing media to fly over the CBD with police approval first. Now, this still, to me, is a colossal issue. This is a huge issue that you might need police approval in order to fly drones. And even this is referring to the helicopters that the media uses to obtain that footage to basically make their broadcasts with. So if you're having to ask the police and or the government by extension, which is effectively what this is, for permission to do something like that, that's a problem. That's a problem. That is the media, that is the police force interfering with freedom of the press. That is a huge bloody problem. I'm going to keep saying it because I cannot stress it enough. This sort of thing, and this is why Victoria Police drives me mad, and I don't understand why people keep defending them. This is not okay. This is not acceptable. Actually, we have a video, and I want to highlight this too, Elijah, about Victoria Police. We have a video of effectively a citizen asking a cop, "Why are you doing this to us?" And he basically turns around and says, "I hate this as much as you do, but this is the only job that I can do." If we've got that, guys, if we can chuck that up, that would be great.
What sort of gun is that? If you've had enough as much as us, why are you still enforcing the boys?
You have to.
No, we know you don't have to.
This is what, listen, we're not here to argue with you unless go home. Otherwise, they start issuing tickets.
Bro.
We don't want to do it, but we will do it, right?
Well, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Stand up for what you believe in rather than paycheck.
Just go home, all right? We get paid to do this, mate. I'm just as over this fucking protest as you are. By protest, I mean lockdown, all right?
Fair enough,
unfortunately,
fair enough.
I've got to do what I've got to do. And that's why I'm
You
here
don't have
trying
to
to
do
talk
that.
to you.
You don't have to do that. You choose
Gas
to
the
do it.
Jews, they say, because it's necessary.
Unfortunately, this time of my life, that's what I have to
and
do.
the people of us that aren't skilled, we don't get paid. We're not getting food at the moment.
I hear you, mate. My wife's in the same position. She's out of a job at the moment as well. I understand you've been pissed off about it, but there's a way to go about it, that's all. And unfortunately, punching on with coppers isn't it, mate.
I don't mean to shush you, Elijah. It's just that he was, the important part of what he was saying there is like, basically, I'm just doing my job. And I find this just bizarre because, and people are going to get mad at me for saying this because I understand that people want to defend the cops, especially here in the US, because police, I think in America, get unfairly blamed and targeted for a tremendous amount of things that are completely unnecessary and very unfair. I will freely say that. In the Australian context, it's a little bit different because countries are different. Fun fact, countries are different. They have different standards. People behave differently, predicated on where they come from. This is a full-blown thing. Anybody who doesn't understand that, maybe you should get your head checked a little bit. But the thing with these cops, this is what makes me so angry. And when I saw this, this enraged me. And this is why I'll continually go after New South Wales Police and Victoria Police, because if you're standing here saying to somebody, "I'm over this as much as you are, but I just got to do it because this is just my job. I can't do anything else." So what you're saying is that you would rather side against the people that you are supposed to be protecting, the people who actually pay your bills, mind you, because you're paid through taxpayer money. That's how you get your income, friendo. And you're saying to me that it's more important for you to follow the directives of the government and the mandates of the government than it is to protect your own bloody citizens. That is fucking disgusting. And you are complicit.
Did you just mute your own F word?
I did. I went to, because I'm not used to swearing. And I just get angry. So it's like, yes, I did mute my own F word, Elijah.
I didn't know if that was a sensor in my ear. It was like, that's so disgusting. And I went, wow. Was that like Brandon got good at his job? What the heck? I was like, wow.
It's these people are complicit in the subjugation of their own people. And I am so flawed and confused by people who defend this stuff. I go, what planet are you living on? This man gets to go to work every single day. He gets to take home his paycheck to support his wife who lost her job. Guess how many people do not have that ability? Guess how many people, and I know shit tons of them because I have many friends still in Victoria who do not have the ability to go to work, whose businesses have been destroyed. If you walk through Melbourne, and there's videos of this, you walk through the CBD, and Melbourne is a beautiful city from top to bottom. There's restaurants and shops and little boutiques, and it's a beautiful place to visit, a beautiful place to be, or it used to be. Because now you walk through the city and it's up for lease, up for lease, up for lease, because no one can actually afford to keep their businesses afloat anymore. And then this dickhead has the audacity to say to somebody, "Well, just go home, mate. Just go home, because if you go home, then it'll be over, and then I don't have to give you a fine." It's absolutely absurd.